50 games are set to release this 2018 on the Nintendo Switch. Let's check them out right now. Lost Sphere. After I Am Setsuna's success, Square Enix moves further with their classic-style JRPGs similar to their popular Chrono Trigger title. The game shares the same somber yet memorable familiarity. Play as a young man who awakens the power of memory to restore the world and defeat a powerful force. They've improved on many of Setsuna's mechanics, bringing back the same traditional JRPG atmosphere. Coming this January 23, 2018. Owlboy. Developed for more than 8 years, D-Pad Studios' high-bit adventure game soars high with grace and innocence. As a mute owl, follow Otis as he embarks on a grand adventure with his friends to save his kingdom from getting destroyed by the evil Sky Pirates. It's released on the PC for a long time now, but it feels like a love letter to Metroidvania fans. It's coming this February 13, 2018. Monster Energy Supercross. Get ready to pump the adrenaline in this 2017 video game adaptation of Monster Energy Drink's Supercross Championship. Race with official riders around the world with official tracks, bikes, and athletes from both 250SX and 450SX classes. Coming this February 13, 2018. Attack on Titan 2. Experience the gripping events of the hit anime in this latest Attack on Titan game. Now on the Nintendo Switch, get to know its versatile, free-flowing gameplay as you take down colossal titans and engage in difficult challenges. Forge relationships and meet the lovable characters from the anime, including Eren Yeager and Mikasa Ackerman. It's coming this March 2018. Morphe's Law. An intriguing new shooter is making its way to the Switch. This unique 4v4 shooter proves that the bigger you are, the harder they fall. This body morphology shooter lets you steal mass from your enemies until they shrink and shrink until you remove them from existence. Team up with your friends and strategize your way in its enjoyable game modes. It's coming sometime this March 2018. Steins Gate Elite. An upcoming visual novel game from 5PB. For the first time in the series, this is a fully animated adventure as they use most of its footage from the anime adaptation. Every second of its 24-minute anime series is captured for the game. It also features new routes that are not present in the show. It's coming to the Switch this March 15, 2018. Shovel Knight King of Cards. After 3 long and lovable years, the Shovel Knight treasure trove will finally come to close with this 4th installment. In this dramatic finale, Yacht Club Games puts you in the shoes of the golden-clad King Knight. Test his royal abilities in 4 new worlds and help him become the best of the land's 3 kings. It's set to release on the first quarter of 2018. Runner 3. Choice Provisions is launching their latest entry to the series formerly known as Bit Trip. Out of their pixel aesthetic, this new polygonal title will ramp up Commander Video's platforming shenanigans exclusively on the Switch. Explore the game's branching paths, shoot out some rainbows, meet new playable characters, and bring back the past in retro challenges. It's set to release on the first quarter of 2018. Next Up Hero. Digital Continue's upcoming arcade action adventure offers an innovation on the genre, turning the usually competitive formula into a community effort. Gather your bestest friends and work together to bring down the world's toughest beasts. Revive each other in the tricky battlefield and overcome the challenges of their colorful world. It's set to release on the first quarter of 2018. Light Fingers. Another impressive multiplayer for the Switch's collection. Invited into the shady taverns of thieves and outcasts, this turn-based board game will test your digital dexterity. Play with up to 3 different people and compete for the most loot in their clockwork minefield of obstacles. With cards that can turn the tide at any moment, it's the perfect chance for betrayal and bragging. It's set to release on the first quarter of 2018. Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition. Dive into the secret highways of a fictional Kentucky in this magical adventure game. Wrapped in polished minimalist flair, play as a lone delivery man whose life is changed on the way to his last delivery. Get lost in the underskirts of the southern state and discover the storied past of their iconic landmarks. It's set to release on the first quarter of 2018. Siberia 3. Benoit Sokal's masterpiece will finally arrive on the Switch. It continues on with another look into Kate Walker's journey to Russian borders. While she nears death on her makeshift boat, her adventure is far from over. Meet new people, solve puzzles, and uncover the secrets of the tribal island. It's set to release this first quarter of 2018. Flipping Death. Zoink has dazzled us with their hard hat testing Stick It to the Man, and now they're showing off their signature style in their latest puzzle platformer. Packing all the necessary elements of a Zoink classic, follow Penny through her dimension-jumping escapades as you show Grim Reaper how it should be done. Solve all the puzzles once it releases on the first quarter of 2018. Celeste. More than most platformers, this new mountain climbing platformer is gonna be punishingly hard. Traverse the spooky mansions, pass through spikes, and figure a way out of their single-screen arenas. As difficult as it is, it's also endlessly charming, drawing us in with their pixel visuals and adorable dialogue. Originally scheduled this 2017, its release has been postponed to the first quarter of 2018. Away, Journey to the Unexpected. This adorable 3D roguelite is one colorful surprise. As fun as it is to roam around its 90s-inspired landscapes, your goal is to meet its unique inhabitants and bring them along your unexpected journey. Take on the shoes of your quirky new companions and see the vibrant world through their eyes. The world is yours for the taking, and it's set to release on the first quarter of 2018. Wargroove. There's little things more fun than multiplayer turn-based strategies. In this war-frenzied title, command your very own army and send them to battle against your greatest online enemies. While it offers a fun multiplayer, you can also pave your path to greatness in a deep story mode with 12 unlockable commanders and 4 different warring factions. Master the art of war and make Sun Tzu proud. It's coming this first quarter of 2018. Atelier Lydie and Xiu, Alchemists of the Mysterious Painting. The Atelier adventures continue in the series' 19th main title, featuring the twins Lydie and Xiu help the two adorable ladies turn their father's atelier dream into a reality. Their bonds become even stronger in this title as they explore the new worlds behind the mysterious painting. A worthy celebration of their 20th anniversary, it's scheduled to release on the first quarter of next year. Penguin Wars. City Connection breathes new life to Japan's 1985 arcade game with new features and a bangin' new look. Updating the pixel-filled past, this remaster will also have a few adjustments to gameplay. Begin flightless foul wars in 1v1s or double the excitement in 2v2s. Battle it out with your 10-ball arsenal and emerge victorious in the neon arenas. Set to release this first quarter of 2018. Dragon Quest Builders. Already a worldwide hit on most platforms, Square Enix is eyeing the Switch for their Minecraft-inspired title. Enter the blocky voxel world of Dragon Quest and use your imagination to rebuild the dilapidated world. Venture forth in the RPG fray or spill out your creative juices in the free build mode. You might even get the Switch-exclusive Great Saber Cub while you're at it. Coming this early 2018. Hollow Knight. One of the more recent Metroidvania masterpieces is going portable. Critically praised for its remarkable designs and gameplay, the cartoony platformer hides its punishing difficulty under its friendly facade. Maneuver through its punishing dungeons and dare to fight against their fiendish bosses. It's brutally unforgiving, yet truly unforgettable. Set to release in the first quarter of 2018. Wandersong. How can you use music to save the world? This colorful game takes you to the life of a magical bard as he goes on a globe-trotting adventure to learn about the fabled Earth Song. Use the power of music to interact with everything around its world. Meet friends, solve puzzles, and save the world with one tune at a time. It's coming this early 2018. Unruly Heroes. From a tale inspired by the Monkey King legend comes a standout indie platformer from Magic Design Studios. It boasts a similar art style to Ubisoft's Rayman with a gameplay twist of its own. Transform into other beasts and use their magical abilities to fight against ferocious bosses. Unique and beautifully crafted, it's coming in the first quarter of 2018. Runbow, a color-based 9-player indie adventure game from 3AM Games. Stay on your toes as the world of Runbow constantly changes with every swipe. If you can't see it, it's not there. Play with its challenging multiplayer modes and go head-to-head with your friends. It's coming to the Switch this early 2018. Fae. Be one with nature in this adorable yet creepy platformer adventure from Zoink. Speak the language of the forest and learn a diverse array of animal cries that allow you to manipulate nature. The game offers unparalleled freedom as you climb treetops, go on stealth mode, or just sing songs of the beautiful forest. It's coming this early 2018. Projection First Light, an eerie yet beautiful indie adventure game. Follow Greta, a girl living in a mythological shadow puppet world. She goes out in a quest for enlightenment in a world riddled with darkness. Learn about the history of shadow puppets from around the world as you explore its atmospheric lands. It's coming the second quarter of 2018. Crazy Justice, an action-adventure game that takes you to the life of an unnamed hero as he travels across the world and activates Tesla coils to save the world from evil threats. Rescue new heroes and complete dozens of missions in beautifully detailed cel-shaded art. Powered by the Unreal Engine 4, expect a beautiful gameplay experience on the Switch. It's coming the second quarter of 2018. Starlink Battle for Atlas, another one of those toy-to-life video games where you collect a chunk of real-life toys and transfer them digitally into your system. Step into a vast universe and explore the living environments using your customized starship. This is a Ubisoft entry, so expect an open-world element to please your eyes. Moved up from its original fall release, it's coming this 2018. Penny Punching Princess, NIS America's isometric brawler lets you fight capitalism itself. This single-player game uses the power of money to bribe other enemies to fight for you. Create your empire of riches and take down the evil Dragolone family. How much will you risk to retake your kingdom? It's coming to the Switch this spring 2018. Kirby Star Allies. Putting you into the shoes of the adorable pink creature, go on an epic quest alone or with your friends as you destroy evil with Kirby's eating abilities. In this dazzling adventure, go on a quest to recruit more allies by sending them to your hearts. Imbue your weapons with the power of the elements and go on a wild ride with your newfound abilities. It's coming this spring 2018. Metroid Prime 4. Titled Metroid Prime 4, it will follow the events of Prime 3, which was published over a decade ago. With all loops and plot holes solved in what was supposedly the last of the trilogy, it'll be interesting to see what else unfolds in Samus's galaxy. Unfortunately, this is the only news we could get coming this 2018. Yoku's Island Express. Help those in need in this indie game where pinball and platforming work side by side. Jump into Mokumana Island. Feel the tropical breeze and help the locals with their everyday problems using Yoku's pinball skills. Unlock secrets, awaken deities, and so much more in its open world feature. No release date yet, but it's coming this 2018. Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. It'd be a shame if the Switch can run Wolfenstein 2 well and not on your PC. This Switch port of Bethesda's Nazi killing series takes you to an alternative version of history where Hitler won the Second World War. This will be the third Bethesda game coming to the Switch after Skyrim and Doom. We're expecting a smooth shooting experience as the game releases sometime this 2018. Super Meat Boy Forever, a sequel to Edmund Macmillan's successful yet ridiculously hard Super Meat Boy. Help the eponymous hero navigate through the tricky traps of his world to rescue his precious baby Nugget. Already revealed during Nintendo's live stream for indie releases, Super Meat Boy is set to release on the eShop sometime in 2018. Project Octopath Traveler. From the makers of Bravely Default, this Switch exclusive from Square Enix lets you choose between 8 characters, each with their own journeys around the world of Orstera. It's a blend of old and new RPG as they show off the HD 2D art style and demonstrate their exciting combat. We're hoping it has the same top-notch quality we've come to expect from their other games. Coming this 2018. Mulaka. Take a trip to northern Mexico and watch how the rich indigenous culture of the Tarahumara live their lives. Embark on a perilous journey as you fight the evil that corrupts the land. Become a legend by drawing power from demigods based on real mythology. It features a 3D world with puzzle-solving mechanics and the ability to transform into various creatures. Coming this 2018. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. A cute action platformer serving as a spiritual successor to the Wonder Boy series. You play as Jin, a young warrior who must stop his uncle from spreading chaos across the kingdom. Now with the Nintendo Switch added to its list of supported consoles, it's gonna be released sometime this 2018. Yoshi. Currently a working title, lead Yoshi on a brand new adventure that will redefine side-scrolling games. Explore a huge world with Nintendo's new art style and switch your perspective to find surprises and secrets. Find shortcuts or go on the original routes to uncover items hidden throughout every stage. Play with a friend as well because this supports simultaneous 2-player action. Coming sometime this 2018. Moonlighter. Lead a double life in this roguelite action RPG where you play as a simple man named Will, tending to his item shop. Sell rare items and attract customers with your wary deals. But during the cover of the night, step inside a portal that sucks you into a different dimension. Its procedurally generated dungeons offer tremendous amounts of gameplay and adventure for the thrill seekers. It finally reached its Kickstarter campaign and it's set to release sometime this 2018. Pikuniku. Another strange yet fascinating platformer coming out on the Switch. From Devolver Digital, don't let the cute art style distract you because this game is set in a dystopian future. Explore its colorful world and talk to your neighbors to make them happy. Uncover government conspiracies and find out the truth behind the world. It's coming sometime this 2018. Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night. Considered as the spiritual successor to the Castlevania series, this action-adventure game from 505 Games lets you find the cure of your fatal curse. Enter a castle filled with dangers and locate the mysterious summoner who suffered the same curse as yours. It's coming sometime this 2018. Travis Strikes Again: No More Heroes. A hack-and-slash adventure game and the latest entry of the No More Heroes series. A spin-off of some sorts, the game takes place years after the original No More Heroes game. Perhaps the game's biggest surprise is its love for indie games. This showcases 15 popular indie titles of recent age, namely Hotline Miami and others. It's another ridiculous trip and it's coming sometime this 2018. ToeJam and Earl: Back in the Groove. This 25-year-old game is back and it's coming to the Switch. Take control of 9 playable characters including the iconic ToeJam and Earl. The game offers a refined experience to the classic we all knew and loved. Search bushes for loot and enjoy rhythm-based minigames and most importantly, rekindle the nostalgia. It's coming sometime this 2018. My Time at Portia. A simulation open-world game set at the edge of the world. Start a new life in a whole new world as you build relics in your trusty workshop. Scavenge materials from the ruined world and uncover traces of ancient civilization as you go along your lonely path. Step inside dungeons, get rare items, and survive to the next day. No release date yet, but it's coming hopefully this 2018. The Sacred Hero. One of those games that was announced during Nintendo Switch's event. Unfortunately, the game is still under development and little details have been released. What we do know is that it's an adventure game that might twist role-playing conventions. Coming this 2018. Townsmen. A city-building game focusing on the early days of civilization. Create your own medieval metropolis and lead villagers to their happiness. Build jousting arenas, town halls, barracks, stables, and so much more. Once your empire has peaked, collect their taxes and get troubled with the economy. It's a realistic strategy game with no restrictions in their sandbox elements. Coming this 2018. Fire Emblem Switch. Great news for Fire Emblem fans on the newest Nintendo platform. Intelligent Systems is brewing up a storm in this Switch exclusive's 16th entry of their legendary franchise. Still very early in production, this installment is yet unnamed. However, it marks an exciting new era for the series, being one of the first Fire Emblem games on home consoles in recent times. It's set to release sometime in 2018. Indivisible. From the indie group's success with their artistic fighting game, Skullgirls, Lab Zero is moving on with this Metroidvania-style RPG. It follows the story of Anja, who embarks on a global quest to trace the roots of her powers. While it's inspired by Japanese RPG Valkyrie Profile, the indie studio adds their own masterful strokes within the lush ancient world. It's set to release sometime in 2018. Fear Effect Reinvented. Sushi is bringing back to life one of PlayStation's most beloved cult classics from the 2000s. In this action game, you take on global escapades along with a trio of mercenaries intent on rescuing their handler's daughter. Remaining faithful to the original, Sushi's upcoming remake will boast the same renowned cel-shaded visuals as well as a few modern touch-ups. It's coming to the Switch sometime in 2018. Phantasy Star Online 2: Cloud. Announced in the Japanese stream of this year's Nintendo Direct, Sega is bringing one of their classic MMORPGs to the Switch. Now a free-to-play title, anyone can partake in the joys of online hack-and-slash action. And, with the Switch, bring it wherever they want to go. While no worldwide release has been announced yet, we're all waiting with a bated breath. It's set to release exclusively in Japan sometime in 2018. World End Syndrome, a new title from Arc System Works, considered as a love-adventure game, or basically a visual novel game. Follow your protagonist as he deals with two distinct heroines that affect the game's story. Throughout the game, you're situated in a sea town called Minato-cho and make decisions and memorable experiences with these lovely girls as the game releases sometime in 2018. You may get these games right now by clicking the links below.